left that mousetrap out last night. I never did look at the voltage that it was reading off the two chicken wires. But this one I did read. This is the next model. This one's way better, more powerful than the last. I have a 5-volt power source going to it consistently. Before it was only 4.5 with the 3 AAAs. They're 1.5 each. So now I have 9 volts going to the system. Here's the 9 volts. Anyway, this converts it down to 5. This little chip right here. And then I just hardwired the flash. So I think it was actually like this. There's the pieces to the flash. And there it is next to it, just to get an even better reference. Dark like that. Anyway, so there's an on and off switch here, on and off switch there. That's the sparker right there. That's what creates all the voltage. A capacitor, so that holds all the power. Pretty much just fills up with energy, keeps filling up with energy until it's topped off to its max limit, which is 369 volts is what I got out of it. So I just plugged it into the wall. Ooh, what do we got here? An issue? Of course, when I go to videotape it. See the light blinking. There we go. Back on now. It might have shorted it because I tripped it. So that was the only thing I was wondering, is when I trip this and it's plugged into a wall, is it gonna build back up, or is it just gonna be a tripped breaker? So I guess maybe I should test it one more time before I get going. Yeah, it seems shorted. So the only thing I can think of is there's 2 wires that I didn't have connected, and they were on this. One was a red button, and then the other one I think was on this. And there's this little tiny metal piece in there. I think that did something, and I still haven't figured it out what it did. But I think I'm maybe figuring it out now, that it's not going to work until I figure out how to reset the system. So like when you wind the camera up, you wind it up, and then it clicks, and then that's like the same thing. That's what I need to figure out how to do, so I can reset the module. Although it did auto in there. Let's see. Alright, so it's maybe either these two, or I just gotta wait longer. Confused. This light should go on when the thing's full. Another thing I can do is go over to the trap. So it is climbing. Still waiting for the light on the chip to go on. This is in volts right now. 272. You can see it's hooked to both sides of the chicken wire. That's the bridge. So there's electricity running through both sides of this, negative and positive. And when both touch each other, the void gets full. Alright, here we go. or the void gets connected. They connect the switch. It's a switch. Every bridge is a switch. And when 2 feet are on both sides, or anything for that matter, it'll poof, spark. So, like I said, 369 was the max volts out of this thing, and we're still climbing at 360. This light's good now. The green light's full. And this is the light from this that would indicate that your power source, which is this capacitor, is full. So I know I'm at full, not full capacity so to speak, but this thing's full enough to make the flash go off. I think with batteries it was never going to get to the 369 mark because the batteries would drain. They don't have that consistency of power. So it's just speaker wire. This is the speaker wire. And then I stapled it in to the chicken wire right there and there. That's your negative and positive. And I just cut them opposite and just lined them right up. And then I added this sweet food tray. Sketchy to grab it. I just touched it, but it's not connected to the circuit. So you put your oats in there or whatever, because I made my gaps so close. You can see those are so close together that I couldn't even put food in between or it would be sparking. It would make it spark. So what happened here? I lost the voltage. That's weird. It's got me worried because it still says everything's powered up. So the voltage meter's lying. See what I mean by scared to test this thing? I think it's going to kill him, but that's just me.